Today, you are with your friends having a normal conversation. Work, money, relationships. Who just broke up? Who somehow got back with their ex again? And then somehow the topic starts sliding toward men's bodies. Nobody is being serious. Just a few jokes, a few laughs. Someone mentions adult videos, someone mentions size, someone says it like it is the most normal thing in the world. Then the whole group laughs. You laugh too because if you don't laugh at that moment, it feels weird. But there is a small part of your mind that does not laugh. It stands still. It starts comparing. It starts remembering images you have seen, things you have heard, and numbers you have read. And in just a few seconds, a private part of the body suddenly turns into a silent test. Nobody hands you a ruler, but you still feel like you have just been measured. Nobody says you lost, but your brain has already opened a leaderboard. That night, you go home, you open your phone, you type questions you do not want anyone to see. What is the average size? What counts as small? Is mine small? And the internet gives you back a very crowded room. Statistics, forums, images, bragging, jokes, and people talking as if everyone is bigger than you. You went there looking for reassurance. But the more you read, the worse you feel. Because the internet rarely shows you normal people. The internet shows you what makes you stop scrolling. That is the first thing you need to understand. You are not just comparing yourself to other people. You are comparing your real body to a collection that has already been filtered. Adult videos do not choose people who represent the average. They choose people who make an impression. Social media does the same thing. Forums do the same thing. Bragging does the same thing. Nobody goes online to tell a perfectly normal story. People usually show off what makes them proud, or exaggerate what makes them feel noticed. And if you see unusual examples for long enough, your brain starts to believe that unusual is normal. Then you look back at yourself from the worst possible angle, from above, under bathroom lighting, when your body is tense, when your head is full of worry, and you compare that image to someone else under a carefully prepared camera angle, professional lighting, professional framing, an extraordinary body, a moment that has been carefully staged. That is not a fair comparison. That is taking your rough draft and comparing it to someone else's final cut. But there is still a real question. Why are some people bigger than you? The simplest answer is this. Human bodies are not the same. Just like height, hands, feet, noses, shoulders, jaws, and eyes. No part of the human body comes in one fixed size. The banana is no different. It is not something you get to choose when you become an adult. It is the result of a development process that starts very early, in the womb, then continues through childhood, and changes most strongly during puberty. During that process, the body is influenced by genes, hormones, nutrition, health, and the way it responds to male hormones. Testosterone matters. DHT, a stronger form of male hormone, also plays a role in that development. But hormones do not work alone. The body also has to receive those signals. Put simply, hormones send the message. Receptors decide how clearly the body receives it. If the signals are different, or if the body receives them differently, development can also be different. That is why there will always be differences from one person to another. Not because one person is worth more than another, but because biology does not create human beings from a single mold. But there is one thing many people forget. Real size, visible size, and the size inside your head are three different things. Real size is the actual measurement of the body. Visible size can be changed by many things. Lower belly fat can cover part of the base and make it look shorter. Hair can make the image look messier. Looking from above can distort everything. Cold temperature can make the body shrink. Stress and anxiety can also affect how the body performs. Fatigue, alcohol, lack of sleep, pressure. All of those can make you see your body in a worse version than usual. Then there is the size inside your head. This is the dangerous one. It is not measured with a ruler. It is measured by what you have seen, the things you have heard, the times someone made a joke, the adult scenes you remember, the rankings, the careless comments, and the nights you lie there alone, wondering if you are long enough. Many people are not actually small. They are trapped inside a distorted frame of reference. Large medical studies put the average when fully hard at around 5 inches or about 13 centimeters. But that number rarely has the same power as an exaggerated image on a screen, because the brain does not remember statistics as well as images. The brain remembers what made it ashamed. The brain remembers what made it afraid. The brain remembers what made it think it lost. And from there, a biological question becomes a question about self-worth. You are not only asking, how long am I? You are asking, am I normal? Am I enough? Will I be judged? Am I worse than someone else? That is why this topic is heavier than it looks. It does not only live in the body, it lives in the way men are taught to believe that one part of their masculinity can be measured in centimeters. The most honest thing you can say is this: some people are bigger than you. Some people are smaller than you. That is how human bodies exist. Difference is not abnormal. Difference is the default setting of biology. But the person you are comparing yourself to may not be average. It may be a performer who was selected, a camera angle that was optimized, a story that was exaggerated, a self-reported number, a distorted memory. If you have pain, or if a curve makes things difficult, do not go to a forum. If performance problems last for a long time, or anxiety starts affecting your life, do not go to a forum. And if you think something developed abnormally during puberty, do not trust an ad promising to increase size. You need a urologist. Because if there is a real medical issue, it needs someone who actually knows what they are doing. And if the issue is shame, then the first thing that needs fixing may not be your body. It may be your frame of reference. That night you turn off your phone. The room goes quiet. The question is still there, but it has changed shape. It is no longer just, why is mine smaller than someone else's? It becomes, who did I choose as the standard? Which images did I believe? What ruler did I use to judge myself? Maybe you do not need to measure your body again right away. Maybe first you need to measure the ruler inside your head. Because sometimes what makes a person feel small is not their body. It is a world that taught them to look at their body through comparison, through shame, through selected images, through numbers that never tell the whole story. The human body was never made to stand on a leaderboard, and human beings even less so.